I had to stop that video because I looked at it and noticed that I was at 44 minutes. So part 2, and I don't know how long they'll even like allow me to post on IGTV. Like that's a whole like episode on Netflix. So thank you for watching. So I guess let me try to like speed this up, but like it's not easy to speed up this whole, like this is the good part of the story. Okay. See, that's what I mean. Like, that's why my star is broken. So I'm actually going to be using the new Orgy palette. Let's do... Okay, we're definitely going to do, like, a light eyeshadow look for sure. Let me just drop everything. Like, I'm frazzled now. What are we doing? Lost my whole train of thought. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to take... this floofy, she's dirty. Yes, I did not prepare or clean anything. But let's dip into what's gonna be my base. These seems so much darker. Wow, these colors look so much different on here. Sorry, that was a whole me moment, not you. So I'm gonna use a top. So I'm gonna use top, just gonna go all over lid. So, woke up, a sheriff put me in handcuffs, because that's apparently the standard procedure, in case you didn't know. So, I got put in handcuffs, and I got put in the back of a sheriff's car. So, now, obviously, I'm, like, bawling my eyes out again. Like, who wouldn't bawl their eyes out if that was the situation that they were going through, right? Okay. So I'm trying to have like casual conversation with him, and you want to obviously take a color, put it on your lid, because that's gonna be like your base color. I don't know how I can explain that. Just always choose like a neutral to put on your lid because it's easier to just do blending, and it keeps other colors to stick better. Oh, also did not use an eye primer because if you saw, I put my foundation on my eyelids, so that acted as a primer. Other people actually use actual eyelid primers, but I have one, but I haven't tried it, and I prefer not to do it like right now as a trial. So then I get admitted to a mental behavioral health hospital, aka jail. And I like wish that was like a joke. I really do wish that whole situation was a joke, like me calling it jail. Man, they take everything from you and you don't really know what's going on. Like, you get like your bracelets made and they like take you into different rooms, and then I ended up in this one room and I had a TV in front of me and they gave me a blanket and I had like both my feet, and it was like I was in like this tiny chair and I was just like, what do I do? Like, who do I talk to? They gave me a like cordless house phone. They gave me my cell phone and they said, write down the numbers that you would need, you know, while you're in here, because you can't have your phone. And in my head, I'm like, who am I going to talk to? Like, who needs to know? So my list was super short. You know, I was like, I don't know. I don't necessarily want to talk to a lot of people while I'm in here. Obviously, I didn't need to write down Brett's number, but like I was freaking out so bad that I still wrote his number down because I was like, what if I forget? So then they take you in another room and they ask you what happened because, sorry, just an airplane. So then they ask you what happened, because they want to make sure that your story matches up the same. So I guess for the fourth time, the third time, like I don't know how many times I had already told, you know, my story of what had happened the night before. So then I finally get admitted. They allowed me to put on some of my regular clothes. You can't, like, so when you go into that, like when you go into a mental health like place like that, so I was on like a bipolar suicide ward wing. Everybody in there had the exact same like situation that I had. But you can't have any wires in your bra. You can't have anything with strings, and you can't have shoestrings. So, you know, just weird within itself. So I get admitted to the floor. I had to talk to literally like 5 different therapists. I had to talk to counselors. There's so many people I had talked to. Oh, another thing, they take your pictures. So like I come in and I'm like bawling my eyes out. I'm still in this paper sack outfit and I'm crying and I'm like, you know, face is all swollen. So because what they do is they walk around with these iPads and your picture is on them, and you have to get checked on every 15 minutes. Yeah, even when you're sleeping. So that was just like wild. But yeah, so that's how they like kept up with everybody and, you know, what they were doing. So that was like a weird thing. So the first day I was there, you know, I get to my room and you have roommates, which I did not know. And your beds don't move. The mirror in your room is like a flattened out tin can. Everything there is like, they've thought a lot about this, you know, and what people could do. So let's just be real about that. I'm going to go in with safe sex. Hope you're all having it. So yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm like, I don't even know how to like which detail to show first. I also had to share a bathroom with the room next door. So it was like a Jack and Jill setup. And literally just like jail, I had a stainless steel toilet on the wall. And the shower was like crazy. It was just such a crazy situation. It was like you had to push a button and it would only, like the water would only stay on for 15 seconds and you only got to wash half of your body at a time. So I'm like, and they give you like the standard like 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, and I refused it. So I did not wash my hair in there. Yeah, I'm not using it. Like, you were not about to kill my hair. Like, dry it out. Sorry. So I laid in my room for a little bit and I cried the first day and I was like, wow, am I really here? Like, I can't believe this is happening. Because like, I don't know if you've ever like seen any movie where like people get like admitted to like the psych ward, but like, I swear, like you look up at any ceiling and like, it's the exact same in the movies. And I was like tripping out. So what I'm doing also here is I'm just taking it and like the outer corner of my eye and I'm just like packing and blending. When you are packing and blending with your eyeshadow, always remember less is more. You can always add, but you can't take away. And, you know, blending is a process, so don't rush the blend. So spent like a couple hours in my room, like being just like, wow, I can't believe that this is what my life is right now. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to really take the time and like use it, you know. Let's really take this time and, you know, make ourselves better. So I got out there and I started the therapy that everybody was doing, because when you're in there, you have to do like 5-6 therapy sessions a day. It's not mandatory, but I mean, you're there. So like, what else are you going to do? Just like stay in your room and like cry? I mean, that's what I wanted to do, but, and it's all different types of therapy. Like, seriously, I didn't know that they had so much like different therapy. Like, you just think like, oh, we're just gonna like talk to a therapist like I had been doing. No, so they have like conjunctive therapy, which is like art-based therapy. So, you know, you use colors and what does that color represent for you to feel. And there's music therapy where you can like walk through and feel different parts of your body and release tension. And then there's actually like psychotherapy and PTSD therapy. There's so many different forms of therapy that I didn't even know existed. And, you know, I just tried to take everything in. I had a journal I was writing. you know, my medication got straightened out while I was in there. That's when I took that psych test that told me everything I had. And I have to say it was a beautiful experience, even though the situation wasn't the best, for the simple fact of, if I never would have went, if I never would have had that moment, I would not know what I have, and I probably would still be on the path of hating my psychiatrist that I had and not knowing what medication I needed. And I can't view the situation as a negative thing, because it is part of my story, and I don't recommend it. Like, I really don't. But, sometimes it takes a shock to really just make you open your eyes and just realize what you have and how blessed you are in life. And yes, you might have a mental illness, and yes, you might be struggling, and yes, a multitude of different things. But I'm so happy that I'm here, and I'm so happy that I get to share my story, and I'm so happy that I am who I am, and I'm just, so happy that I was able to experience that. For the first time in my life, I was in a room with that everybody in the room was just like me, that thought how I thought. We had all had literally the same, well, not the same, everybody was, trying to do it differently. It's not funny, but I'm sorry. But, it was all the same base of why we were all there. And for the first time in my life, I felt not like an outside person. I felt like, I don't know, I belonged. I was finally a zebra that got to be put in my zebra, home at the zoo or something. I don't know how to explain the feeling that I had, but I don't know. And just to hear everybody else's stories and their home life, and you could have people bring you clothes to change into. And I was so blessed that Brett was able to bring me clothes, because there was multiple people in there that had one pair of clothes, and they didn't have somebody to, come bring them clothes to change. Now, it's not like they were just sitting in their clothes every day. At night, you would put your clothes in a paper sack, and the counselors would wash your clothes at night, and you would sleep in a hospital gown, so you would have clean clothes in the morning to wake up to. So it's not like they just have you in there stinking. Don't think that. But man, you got your vitals checked 3 times a day. Breakfast was 7 a.m. I'm like, who eats breakfast this early? But I mean, hey, I did. Boop, boop. Lunch was so early. I felt 11:30, but dinner was at 4:30. Okay. I was like, I get hungry. And then, you have 2 payphones on the wall that you can call. And the cords are this short, and they have chairs. And I'm like, make the chairs higher, because you can't sit, because they're really not long enough. And you had 10 minutes to talk on the phone each time. You didn't have any privacy in there, obviously. Why would they give you any privacy? But yeah, I had people coming and checking in my room on me and my roommate every 15 minutes at night, so you had to get used to them opening and shutting the doors. So, I was only in there for 4.5 days, so my story was short in there. Like I said, but I met so many beautiful people, and we obviously all walked the same path, and we were all there to help each other. And I just feel I am blessed, and I had it so much better than so many of those people in there. And it humbled me, in a sense of, my life is not as bad as I thought it was the night that, I got admitted into the ER. That's, my life truly has been changed by that, and my mindset of the situation has changed 100%. And, you know, like I said, I still have bad days like today where I'm like, I didn't want to do this, but like I'm just so glad that I'm actually doing this and I'm finally releasing this and just talking about it. Like at first I was kind of embarrassed and like I didn't want to like share it, but I knew I wanted to share it. I just like didn't know how, you know. So I guess this is how we're doing it, and I don't have like any other way to do it. Like this would be the best setting for me to do this in. So, you know, I got out, you know, after my 4.5 days. Brett picked me up. I did outpatient for a week. And the outpatient was, you know, if you do get hospitalized, any mental health or anything like that, I do highly suggest doing the outpatient. If you do think that you need some help, you know, but you don't want to do full-time hospitalization, you can do partial hospitalization. So that's like an outpatient program. So that's what I did the week after I got out. And basically what they do is you sit in this big group circle. And the thing about this experience is you are talking in a circle. You're talking in front of so many people. Everybody that I was in the hospital with knows everything that I have ever went through in my life, and it is not easy. But sometimes the not easy things are what you need to do to get better. So they, you know, they want you to do like 2 to 4 weeks of outpatient. Me as a person, I was like, I'm gonna do a week and I'm ready to get back to work. I'm ready to get back to normal life. I can't, you know, I was ready. I was ready to jump back into the real world. I still was continuing to see my therapist. I actually got hooked up with a new psychiatrist. And I love my psychiatrist that I see now. My medication is, you know, more correct than it has ever been in my entire life. And I can totally tell a difference for myself now and who I was last month. You know, I just continue to just think about that situation on days when I feel down, and I'm just like, we can't, you know, like we can't feel down like that ever again. You're allowed to feel down, but you gotta pick yourself back up. And that's what I have to tell myself. Like, you don't want to, but you have to. Like, you have to pick yourself back up, because we're not ever stooping that back low, like stooping that low again, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so I've been out. I can't say it's been a blissful, beautiful, I got out and everything was better. No, that's not exactly how it went. You know, I still was through highs and lows and peaks and woes. But it is, you know, basically October now, and that happened in July. So July, August, September. So, you know, like 2.5 months ago. And I've grown since then. And it's just, you know, so much has happened, and you also don't know that had happened to me until I came out and said it. So take that in consideration of how happy I've been seeming on social media, what I've been posting. Take that in consideration of, you don't ever know what somebody's going through, and just because they post happy stuff on social media doesn't mean they are happy. You know, that's all I'm saying. Sometimes your happiest friends are your ones that are going through the most, and sometimes those who are actually going through something, they are going through something. Nobody ever likes to be that person that's like, I need help, you know, woe is me. And usually people don't even know how to respond when you need help. And it's because, you know, talking about mental health and being there for people is such a taboo thing, and nobody necessarily knows how to do it. I mean, it's awkward for sure. Like, you're like, I don't know, you're crying in front of me. But, you know, not everybody's going to have the answers, and you might not have the answers, but sometimes just talking is all somebody needs for you to listen. It's what you need, you know. But you can't be a lifer. And a lifer is somebody who lives in it. They live in these woes, and they like the attention from their woes. So there's, You can be a lifer or you can be somebody who's trying to grow, and you know, that's a true thing, and you need to decide who you want to be. If you're a lifer, you're a lifer. And I will tell you, those in the hospital that I was with who are lifers, they don't have the same type of support that these other people had. You know, I heard a lady who was bragging about mental health hopping. She had been to multiple, but then the day that she was supposed to get picked up, she had to stay in there an extra 2 days because nobody wanted to come pick her up. So just remember that when you want to talk about being depressed and you reach out for help. You know, you're reaching out for help to get help, to not stay in the same place. So there's going to be growth, and growth might not be immediate, and just because you grow doesn't mean you might not take a couple steps back. But as long as you keep that forward motion, like, that's all that matters. I don't know where else to go with this. I don't know what else to say. Obviously, I'm gonna finish this makeup, you know, we're gonna finish this real quick. But, you know, I'm not going to touch into trauma or anything like that. I might, but that's like a whole different ballgame there. But I just want you to know, like, I've been through it. I'm choosing to be better. And I don't have the answers. But like I said, I'm always here to talk. And, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. Obviously, I'm making this video to be vulnerable, to let you know that I hurt, you hurt, it's okay to hurt, and we don't have to be quiet about it anymore. So, okay, cool. Thanks for listening. So I guess now that I went in and did like a darker here, I'm gonna do a lighter here and drag it up. So, I think I want to do, yeah. So this one is called Body. So let's hope this body does something good, you know. Okay. I didn't even show y'all what like brush I was using either, so that could be beneficial, right? It's like a little, I don't know what brushes are called either, so I'm like, hey, watch me do makeup and let me talk about it, but I don't know what anything's called. Yeah, my dogs are playing. They've been like really good through this whole time. Like, I'm, you know, an hour into this, so not too much. I know I said it's gonna be like a light quick look, and then I like spent 80 years talking. But if we would just like got straight to the point, or maybe if I could just get better at like multitasking of like talking while doing makeup, that might be better too. So just kind of blending, nothing crazy. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And no, let me finish. Let me finish, please. Okay. Perfect. Stop. Do you want a treat? Don't get a treat. Trust me, it's not a lot. And then I'm gonna go with, I'm shy. I'm so shy. And just like a standard little packy brush. I like to really go in and do the eyebrow underneath to give it a little bit more poppage. Kind of just try to blend. Obviously you don't want like a straight, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like a straight like line where like you look like you're just like trying to wipe this out. Just like enough. Remember, less is more. You can always add, but you can never take away. I mean, you could, but like once you take away, you might as well just do your whole face or just like not wear makeup because that gets annoying. Been there, done that. Okay, so boom, bang. Eye look is done for now because I like to go in and do bottom eye colors now. That's like a new thing that I'm like, that's what I do. So I take just like a standard big boy, and we are just going to hey, kind of just like that. Okay, if they continue to get loud, I'm gonna have to do like a little trick on them. A little tricky poo. Okay, so from here, Now I'm going to set my face. Like, we're obviously not done, but... Okay, I just really like the way it smells. Try to keep your eyes closed while it's like super wet. But then I'll also then go in with a different sponge, and you're not like blotting hard. You're just like tap, 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 tap. You're trying to just put everything in place. Who's here? Go see. And that's the dirty trick, to get them to leave me alone. Wow, you just let your brother go see without you. Wow, what a good pal. What a good pal you are. Yeah. So trick backfired. Okay, so patted out, perfect. I need to start shutting my doors because y'all are making this miserable. Thank you. It's not miserable. I'm just like trying to be done, but I'm gonna take some bronzer. Oh, this is Morphe setting spray too. You know, love it. Boop boop. I'm using it by Pores bronzer, and we're just gonna jump in. I'm just gonna, not too much. Like, be very careful when you're going in with your contour. Once again, always less is more, because if you do your contour a lot and you can't blend it because you had too much product on your your brush, you will look muddy. Like, your cheek has been like ran through the mud, and like we don't want that, you know. I don't want that for you, because I've definitely been there, and I have definitely done that, and it just wasn't like a great time in my life, if we're being completely honest. So that was like yesterday. Sometimes I'll just be going like super fast, and I like don't care. Also, so certain areas like that's like a problem area for me. Nose creases, those are problems. And then obviously, like, I don't have Botox, so forehead lines. Okay, awesome. Once again, sorry these are so long. Then I'm gonna hit it with highlighter. I'm using Fenty Trophy Wife. This is my all-time go-to. And if you like golds, I highly suggest that, because it can be like dulled as like a really good eyeshadow. I use this cute little floofer. Hey, is y'all's daddy home? Daddy's here. Okay, no he's not. Y'all did not get my trick this time. I'm like, we're too smart for you now. I don't know, like, if this is like catching it good. Okay, I love to shine like I am a lighthouse. Yeah. I mean, more highlighter is like the best for me. Like, I can't like tell if this is like getting it. Obviously, I don't have eyes on the side of my head. I also like to hit a little boopy boop on my nose. Okay, and now that we're here, I am not gonna do eyeliner. For one, like, this video is really long too, and like that can be a different day. But I just know I'm gonna get too nervous and it's gonna mess up, and it's just not gonna be great. So now I am actually going to go in with invitation only, and I'm using a really tiny little brush. And okay, I'm like, let me look in here. I'm not the best. Okay. I find that when I do under eye colors, I feel like it makes just like the whole eye like pop for me. I also feel like it takes away from my eye creasy, and I feel like it just makes my eye pop. And try to like do a little like where your eyeliner would be, so it kind of just completes. I don't know like why, like what I'm trying to say. I just know like for me, I like it. This might be a little too dark for some of y'all, but like, you don't have to go this dark. It's actually really fun, like if you do a natural look like this and say like you're wearing a yellow or you're wearing a purple or you're wearing a blue and you want to just like add that color in somewhere, but it's like you're too afraid to like try to blend or like work with those colors, do you an under eye pop. Do it. Just try it, you know, because if you hate it, that's, you know, like that's so much easier to just like detail and like clean that versus like that. So it might look kind of funky because I'm not doing eyeliner, but this is my favorite mascara. It is called Superhero It. She gives me the length, the strength, the confidence, and voila. I know this was so long. If you made it through this point and you listened to everything I said, like, wow, thanks. You're the real OG. Be very careful, especially when using a mascara like this one. It is very wet. Watch out for your blinking. I also go in from behind. Hold on 2 seconds. This is about Chapa's food. This is why I should probably learn how to edit the videos. Yes. Okay, perf. Yeah, that's probably why I should learn how to like edit them, but like, or y'all can like see this. Oh, okay, back to it. You know, when you are doing your mascara, if you accidentally get a little bit on your eyelid, like I did right here, I'm actually not gonna get that because I don't care. But if you care and you don't want that, if you will just take a spoolie that is clean, not this, well, I mean, you could use this one, but try to take a clean one ideally. Wait for your mascara to dry on anywhere on your face, and you can take the spoolie and you just lightly take that and it'll take it away without like messing your makeup up. Once again, I did not put anything on my eyebrows because I didn't have what I wanted to use, and I used that light little tinter, but she doesn't make like my eyebrows stay. She's really just for the other stuff to keep it on. But so yeah, I don't use blush because blush intimidates me, but I just feel like every time I've done it, I've like looked into like a clown. So boop boop, and always set it again. Ooh, wait. Before I leave you, okay, always gotta throw on that lip. We are gonna use Jeffree Star, and this is called Christmas Cookie. Because my whole health journey, mental health journey, started at Christmas. See what I did there? Started with Christmas, and it ends with Christmas. Well, for this video, it does. Okay, and I look like a crazy person putting this on my lips, so I'm like, okay. I'm not lining my lips or anything, I just wanted to do that. So